All right, November 25th. We are opening aces here suited. Kicking off this session here with 5 tables. We're trying to get more tables going. Pill 1 here for a 3. Oh, we do nail the 3. But the flush comes in, so we do have to be careful. Okay, and now you just bet river here. Think and get called. Yep. Thank you. Sorry. Hearts? No. Okay, so November 25th, we have a goal here. We're gonna try to post one video every day for a year. Just see where it goes. See where this channel can go here. And so far we are at 22 days. This will be 23. And I hope you guys enjoy the content. The good news is when you're a poker player, like anyone else who's got a YouTube channel, their biggest struggle is content, right? Like coming up with the next thing that they're going to be putting out there. But when you're a poker player and you're playing online, man, there is an abundance of content. So it's like the biggest issue is actually not an issue at all for me. So my biggest issue is just being consistent, which we're going to make it a goal to be this year. We're going to be as consistent as possible. We'll label that guy green. Me and my boy here, just chilling out. He's on my lap. So if you hear him crying, I apologize, but that's what you got to deal with when you're a father of 2. You got to rip some cards. You got to feed babies. You got to change diapers. You got to drag pots. Kind of want to get like a stand-up scenario going here. Let's see if we can get the webcam going. There we go. Nothing great over here. 9s, just call. He's 3-betting my under the gun open, which is fairly strong for him to be doing. I mean, I don't like this spot at all. I mean, if I the times where I don't have the 9 of spades, I would fold here, but because I have the 9 of spades, I can still hit a 9, and it's not going to bring in a flush, for example. And I also think that it helps me not call too much with 9s here when that's the case. So I'm folding quite a bit, and I guess I can call and C1 on a middling board like this. Spade comes in. He's still gonna have queens. He's still gonna have jacks. That's all ahead of us, which makes me think that that's what he has, because I feel like ace queen should be barreling turn here. I'm gonna check down here and let him shove. Probably call off. I think we lose to jacks or like some type of flush. Could be pocket 10s too, but I'm gonna let him have it. And the fact that he doesn't go all in here makes me think I'm beat. But with 2 flush draws out there and a straight draw, I don't know. I think we just gotta put it in here and close our eyes. And we're ahead until the river, of course. Until the river, of course. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of the webcam so you guys can see my other screen. Holding that. Sorry, my other tables. Oh, aces. Or maybe we can squeeze it down in the bottom. Yeah, there we go. Okay. All right, let's try to win that one back. God, this guy just nails a spade on the river. Congrats. Aces versus our 3-betting giant. Little does he know we have aces and a 4-bet is inbound. 4-bet inbound. Put it in. Put it in, my friend. Oh, just a cauliflower. Just a cauliflower. I guess we lose to queens some of the time, maybe pocket 8s. But the rest of the time we want to just bet small enough to get called by like 9s, 10s, and jacks. And then like we want him to put in king, queen, and ace, queen. So we'll just bet super small. One and dunning here with queens. 8, 9 here. We have the noodle ball. So we'll just Potsy Cleopatra that. We get called. Thank you. Send all that money. Giving up with queens here. Anything that's calling us flop with gets there, basically. Or was already there. Right? So I mean the only thing we're ahead of is like queen 10 with a queen of hearts. Bet 1/3 here. Yes, we will join this table. Trying to join this table. My computer's not working. Let's see. We'll go till 3:30 in this video. Okay. All right. I'm gonna size up here and then just fold to a raise top right. He's gonna have some straights that get there and some full houses that get there, like ace 8, ace 9 would have already been beating us, and then ace queen beats us and stuff like that. But I think we get called by like ace deuce through 5, ace, all that. And he is tanking. It's also labeled green, so he's not the strongest player. Folds. But we got kings in the bottom left, though. We got kings. I feel action down here. 2 greens. We got a limp. We got a limp. Raise it up. Raisin brand. Backdoor straight draw, backdoor flush draw, and blocker to the 6. So I'm going to start betting here. Oh, no. Sizing up here. Just trying to get the money in. I'm going to go for a check shove here on this turn. 9-10. We make the straight. And I think now... I think I bet small to try and induce a raise, but also protect against backdoor flush draws that may come in. So small enough. And then here we're just going to shove. And he does raise us. So, yeah, hopefully he doesn't have 9-10 as well. But, yeah, I think what we did worked. We scooped down here while he had queens. And we scoop up here as well. Oh, boy. Hand in the cookie jar, my friend. Hand in the cookie jar. I'm going to double barrel here with king, queen. I block a lot of the strong aces, and he's going to have diamonds some of the time and just a 10 that I'll have to fold. And now the question is, do I 3 barrel here? And it is tempting. But when that diamond comes in, though, I don't know, that diamond. We do have blockers to the stronger diamonds. It would have to be king jack of diamonds, Billy. I think we're going to go for it. We are going for it. We just won 2 huge pots, so we're going to go for it. Let's go. Going for the triple barrel bluff. Full. Yeah, we get that through. Let's go. This guy doesn't have enough, or else I'd peel for a king, but he doesn't have enough, so see you later. Raise it up. We got a pair. We got 1 pair, but we're gonna raise it up. Be nice if this table could get going, right? Would be nice. Kind of want to stand this desk up. I have one of those desks that you can like make higher just by cranking the thing, and you can stand and play, which is nice. Oh, you just min raise me? Call. Snap call. Give me a 6. 6 of hearts. Nope. Nope. We got nothing going on here. We have top pair. Backdoor straight draw. Which is basically nothing. Especially when that's a 6. I don't know if we're allowed to fold here with ace 10. So I think we have to call 1, but I don't know. The hand in general doesn't look very good. And now we have an open ender to the nutter ball. Open ender to the nutter ball. I'm gonna bet small and then call a raise if he raises, but at least we'll know where we're at. And he just calls. So now the question is, do we put pressure on his range? Odds are he's probably got clubs if he check called there, but I don't know. I don't know if I want to turn this into a bluff. We do have the 8 of clubs, somewhat relevant, but we have top 2 pair now, so I think now we're a little too high up in our range to be bluffing. Like we're gonna have better hands to be bluffing here. So I think we just check back. I think we lose to a straight and a flush quite a bit. There you go, flush. So yeah, it's actually good that we rivered the top 2 pair there because we may have gone for the bluff had we not. But that top 2 pair is too high up in the range to turn into a bluff, in my opinion. So yeah. Anyway, I think we save a bit there. I bet one. I bet. I bet. You call. You cool. Tempted to like this guy loves to 3-bet me, but because we're so deep and he's in position, I'm just going to call. Not a bad flop. Not a great flop, but not a bad flop. Folding there. Threes were opening. King 3 folding. Jack 9. We are overbetting this. I am checking. I'm going to let him bet. Got to be very careful here not to put too much money in. Now we pick up a flush draw to go with our top 2 pair. And the question is, are we okay with just getting it in here if somebody jams in our eye, which is very possible. And I think we have to now. I mean, if you checked Queen 10 here twice, we do block Queen 10, then hats off to you. But we have a redraw to a boat. We have a redraw to a flush. And they could easily have like 2 queens or 2 10s and be turning it into a blocker bluff. So I think we just got to bet call off. Like he's good enough to turn 2 10s and 2 queens into a blocker bluff. For sure. All right, I call. Not bad. 10. Okay. King high flush draw with a 10. Gotta be careful here. Gotta be careful here because someone's gonna have like ace 3 of hearts. Just bet their whole life, right? Or like ace 2 of hearts. And some guy's gonna have like just a naked ace. Oh boy. So tempting. So tempting to just rip here. I mean, my 10's probably no good. My 2 pairs are going to be no good. I mean, this guy's probably got a set. So tempting to rip, but I'm not going to. I'm going to fold. I'm going to be disciplined and fold that. And we'll see what they have. Ace 8 of hearts. And he does have a set, and he gets there. And we would have... Yep, we would have lost. So we sniffed out that higher flush. Really got to be careful. And this guy ended up boating up. And he went behind on the turn. Guy hit his flush, and then he boated up river. There is justice, after all. Check giving up here. On this is the ugliest board possible for my hand. 10s, I like these guys are rarely 3-betting hands that are shit, right? So I'm gonna like try to limit variance by just calling and then just flopping top set, right? Like it's just so skilled of me to just know when that top set's coming and then put the money in. Obviously he checks. It's so funny. Why aren't you barreling? Why aren't you barreling? I feel like if we check back this turn, he just jams. Or sorry, this flop, that he'll just jam turn. The turn sucks, a club. But I think he'll still start betting here with his big hands. And if he's got nothing, he may even start bluffing here now with ace queen or ace king with one club. Here he goes. We're gonna bet this down here. We have an open ender, and he's checked to us twice. The 4 is no bueno. Check. And it's a heart. Do we call? Do we raise? Do we call? Do we raise? I think we just call. Let him continue. We boat up on the river. Imagine he has an ace high flush. It feels like he does. For him to be betting that small on the flop, or sorry, on the turn, for him to check flop and then bet that small turn makes me think he's got an ace high flush. Oh, just nothing. So by calling turn there, we induced the river bluff, as you saw. So if we raise the turn there for protection against the club or whatever, you can see that we would not get his whole stack. So the way we played that allowed us to maximize profits. This guy here is super aggressive. He's always 3-betting and 4-betting. And typically I would fold with this hand, but I'm going to call versus him and see a flop. I'm going to check shove this. I mean, we could still be beat, but we can... I think we're also ahead of ace kings, ace queens, and ace jacks and king queens and stuff like that he's going to be 3-betting. And yeah, if we're behind, we can still backdoor into a straight 2-pair or a flush draw, basically. So we're just going to get it in. He does have aces. Diamond. And we just backdoor into a flush draw. I told you. It's so easy when you know, right? When you know it's coming. We're going to pot this and get it in. We have a flush draw to the nut and a pair to go with it. And then here we're just going to bet twice and fold to a raise. Heart. Heart. Oh, wow. He rivers. Okay. Kings. Hell of a flop for kings. The ace always comes, doesn't it? Oh, boy. This guy raises us. I mean, this is pretty much just a snap fold every time here. Tempted to just go with this one. I'm not going to, but I guarantee you an 8 is coming on this flop. I guarantee it. Oh, no action. Double gutter here. Or sorry, open ender, rather. Open ended street flush draw. Sorry, that took us a while, but we got there eventually. Heats is always getting into it here. We're gonna call. We're gonna call. And now we're gonna fold. Heats is 4-betting me so light, so it's just see the flop and then make a decision from there, basically. That's gonna be a fold against 90% of other players. We're gonna bet again, call off. We have a pair now to go with our open-ended straight flush draw. So if he's got a 9, we can still hit a 7, 5, a diamond, an 8, or a 3. But I feel like the diamond's coming of all of the cards. The diamond feels like the one that's coming. I'm going to check here and bet fairly big on turn if he checks back. And it gets through. We win that hand with just a pair of 5s. And again, now we're going to size up this turn. We're going to basically pot. We want to charge straight draws. We can still get called by an 8. We can get called by flush draws, baby flush draws that might have checked back this flop. And then we're going to get called by weaker jacks as well. The spade obviously is no good with the 6 to go with it. However, there are a lot of 9, 10, queen 10 type hands and pocket 7s and stuff like that. Should check back though. 7s should check back. 9, 10 we block, so unlikely he has that. Could be queen 10. And we do block some flush draws. 7, 5. I don't know what he has here. This is a weird spot. I mean, it can only really be a flush, but I block a flush. And I don't understand. I mean, he would have had to have checked back a flush on the flop. I don't know. This one feel like we feel beat, but I want to look him up because it just doesn't make sense. Yeah, he did check back a baby flush on the flop. Nicely played. Calling this. It's good to know though. Check back baby flush on flop. We turn an open ender and a gutter here to go with our pair of fives. So we are just gonna call. We can also bluff on diamonds. But we just nail the straight instead for the nuts. And he barrels into us. So nice when you make the nuts and then the guy just continues barreling into you. All in. Same hand. Oh. It's alright. It's alright. It's alright. Okay, hold on. Oh. Oh boy. Say hello to my little friend. Alright, we got a straight down here. Fours open. Open, open, open. Hey, we win that one. Say hello to my little friend. Say hi. Say hello. Hello. This kid's gonna be a good poker player. This little guy here. We're gonna be balancing ranges nice and early. We're gonna be balancing ranges at a nice young age. Isn't that right? Say hello, Leo. This is little Leo, everybody. Little Leo. We'll go for 10 more minutes and we'll wrap this video up. We'll get this little guy fed. Oh, nice burp. A nice burp for the stream. Oh, I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Nothing like 1, 2, 3. Nothing like 8 tabling Poker Stars while shooting a YouTube video with your son on your lap, firing burps off like a machine gun. A little bit of Hold'em, a little bit of Omaha. Living the good life. We're raising here versus Heats. And I have no problem getting it in light against him. As you will see, he has no problem getting in light against me. Yes, I will take this table. And we will close. Yes, hit me there. My computer's having a seizure. Every time a table opens, my computer has a seizure. And we're going to close this one. Leave now. Call 1 for a 3 or a club. King is our card. Tempted here to start bluffing. I think I am going to start bluffing. I'm going to bet 1 here, fairly big. As long as a spade doesn't come on the river, I'm going to barrel again. King's in our range. And now we just fold. Nice hand, Heats. Nice hand. And we'll bring this table over here. Again, friendly reminder, we are not the biggest Omaha specialists around, clearly, as seen in Appendix A. But we like to play. We have fun. And that's what's important in life, isn't it? All right, calling with queens. Brutal flop. Brutal, brutal. What are we ahead of? We lose the aces. We lose the kings. We block queen jack. And we're in a world of hurt if we're wrong here. So we're just going to fold. We'll get that. We'll get that back in no time. We've been here before. We've been here before with Captain Heats. Oh, yeah. We're coming in. We're coming in with this hand. We're coming in with this hand. You okay? You getting hungry? You hungry? We have basically just top pair here, but we do block aces, which is nice. I mean, he wouldn't have aces anyways. We're still gonna bet. Now we make two pair, so we're definitely betting again. And I'm gonna call here with ace jack on the button versus the fish, what looks like to be a fish. Timed out over here with jack 10. And I mean, if he has 2-4, that sucks, but we're just gonna bet here and get like clubs to fold a lot. And I'm folding here, tempted to go for the gutter or the ace, but we're gonna be in a bad spot there 9 times out of 10. One and done C bet here with 2 overs. Bet small here. I'll be checking back that flop, but he bets into us, so we can just fold. 6 I call versus the green label. We invite Mr. Balzer in. And we're going to isolate here. You're still burping, eh? No wonder you were crying. No wonder. Not flush draw here. I don't have to bet too big because I wouldn't bet this big with an ace. So I'm gonna play this how I would play an ace. And we still have equity to a flush draw. What raises here though? I guess he can have a 4 because he just limp called. Start with a call. If he's bluffing with 2 spades, it's going to be hard to do that for 3 barrels. And I'm ahead of like jack 10 of spades. I lose the 8-9 of spades now, but I'm ahead of 9-10 of spades. I'm ahead of all that. And if he has a 4 or an ace, we can still hit a spade. But I'm going to call to keep him honest. See what he does on the river here, unless we hit a spade, which we don't. And I expect him to give up here if he's bluffing quite a bit. And he doesn't. So that looks a lot like a 4. We're going to let him have it now. Trips up here with a queen kicker. Not bad. I've seen better. And we got 2 callers, which is queen me. Thank you. Thank you for that. 5s will call versus this guy. I mean, he doesn't have a full stack, which I hit the call button before I realized that. So that's actually a fold. Checking here with the ace queen now. Let this guy barrel off. And the king is just a pathetic card. We lose the ace king now. And do we raise? I mean, there's a jack 10 for a royal out there. So I'm just going to call. I bet you we lose the ace king. Oh, chop it up. Chop suey. Chop suey, my friend. I am raising this. Nut flush draw with 9s. A deuce to go with it for the low end straight. Possibility. 9. Alright. We have no hearts. We do have some blockage to some sets, and we have some blockage to some straights. So we're going to come out betting here. It's not like we're going to check call. So we'll bet 1 and give up. The king is a card that, again, hits our range. And he's going to have hearts here a lot for him to just call and not rip. So I am going to bet again. And he does call, and we river trip, the best trips. So now, I mean, I have to assume he's got like some kind of a king with hearts for him to have called that turn. So the question is, do I go for it here to get called by that king, or do I let him check and bluff all the times that he's missed his hearts? And I think we just check and let him bluff his hearts. He just checks back. So we put him on a king. If he's checking back, it makes me think that he did have a king with 2 hearts. So let's just see what he had. Okay, so he had 2 aces with 2 hearts. So same thing. Same thing. We rivered him. Sorry. Sorry, I'm not sorry. The game is cruel, my friend. He's upset now. He's upset. Call. Check. 8. I think we win with 9s. Yes, we do. Oh, God, the neck. I don't know about you grinders out there, but when you're playing, like, my neck is just destroyed from the mouse and the... nobody cares. 4-5 bottom left. We're getting this in after we put in this amount versus the shorty here. I don't know. We're 35%. He's a short stack. Probably not very good. I am going to rip here because if you had like 2 5s, 6s through 9s, then that's going to be in a world of hurt. And if he's got diamonds, we fold those out. And if he's got a queen, then we can still hit an ace or a 6. So we're going to just put it in. Okay. That's a good hand. You win. 10s, I will call sir versus the tilty McGilt over here. 6-4, straight draw. Checking here. So tempting. So tempting. This guy's behind, though, so I'm folding. Probably have decent equity, though, with 6-4 there. Our 10's probably alive as well. Calling here. 6-7 out of position versus not the strongest player. Yeah, I tend to open up my range quite a bit versus weaker players. I don't know. I'm going to be able to get that money back that's lost to them fairly quickly. And we're just going to be able to play them post-flop a lot more. We will call 1 here. So now we can hit... Oh, aces, don't time out. Now we can hit an 8 or a 4. And we're going to check here because we don't want to, like, bet and then get... We could donk bet this, but if he's got, like, aces or kings or queen, he'll just rip. So I'd rather keep the pot small, and if I am going to decide to bluff on rivers that are probably spades, I would say. And the fact that he checks back makes me think that we have to bluff here. Well, we can't win with 7 high, so... Calling here versus heats. Bluffing here with 6-7. And not much I'm going to be able to do with this here. 4 is a fold. Versus under the gun open. Check. He's thinking about it. What do you have? Ace, king, ace, queen high? That would be a nice call. It looks like he has ace, king, ace, queen high. Because like any pair would have bet already. Or sorry, would have called already. Ace. He had a straight. Jesus Christ. This guy doesn't even know what he had. I mean, I still like our bluff. I mean, he rivered us. So, like, we were right in our reads. I don't even think he knew he had a straight. Because why wouldn't he have ripped all in? I got a call coming in, guys. I'm going to end this session. Hope you guys enjoy it. Please follow, like, subscribe, and we'll see you later.